I'm Sarah Mann and I'm a photographer in Port Perry. I grew up in Bruce County and after hopping around a little bit, I ended up in Port Perry. We usually shoot photos for businesses around town, but in my spare time, I'm hanging out in nature and taking photos of the wildlife and the landscapes. I like to spend time in nature to help with my mental health, and after doing that for a few years, I have found a passion for birds, which is kind of silly for me, but also not, because I like animals. So I guess it works. I particularly like birds of prey because they're like pretty exciting, and I think I like the challenge of trying to get the shot of it before it like flies away. I didn't plan a career with it, however. It has just kind of come around. Life has brought me here in an unexpected way, and just by trying to again work on my mental health, I've just found myself in nature and brought my camera with me, and it's just kind of come together, I guess. I guess I've always kind of had a passion for photography. In high school, I had a photography class and I learned a lot from the teacher that I had there, and I don't know, I just kind of liked being able to capture that like moment. And so I went to school for photography at Durham College, and I went through COVID, so that was interesting, but also kind of good because I didn't have to go to school. But yeah, like I was still able to learn a lot of what I needed to learn, obviously. It was hard because I didn't go into studio for the first year, so I kind of purchased some of my own lights just so I could properly do it at home. I wanted to like really know what I was doing. So anyways, now I know what I'm doing. Kind of. We don't really know what we're doing. Which is okay. You know, the thing is, you think you have it figured out, and then life says no. But yeah, it wasn't planned. It's I've always had an artsy background. I was gonna be a tattoo artist, and again, that also life took me other places. So yeah, I've always had a good eye for like composition and I guess light and all that. Just realized I wanted to work with other professionals, and I really like taking their vision and putting it on a photo. So that's pretty cool to have people say things like, oh, you really captured exactly like what I was looking for. And I'm like, perfect. Here you go. I don't know, I just like being creative. So I try to do creative things with my photography no matter what I'm shooting. Yeah, like I said, I never had like a thing for birds before. Yeah, so out of all of the birds of prey, I think my favorite is probably all of the owls. I don't know that I've really seen them until I started looking for them. There's a few barred owls that I've been lucky to find and get some good shots of, and that is like way too exciting. So this winter, maybe I'll get some more owls. Okay, so I use the Canon 5D Mark IV, and I started out with a Canon Rebel, which is like your basic starter DSLR. I like the 5D Mark IV because it's got a lot of megapixels, and I like to be able to print things very large. So I wanted that like high quality so you could really like blow it up like poster size and wouldn't lose that quality. So when I'm shooting wildlife, I have a long lens here, and it is basically a 400mm lens, but it is made out of a 70 to 200mm lens with a 2x extender on it. And if it's raining, I have like a little cover that I can put over and still shoot in the rain. Yeah, some people will shoot with tripods, but I find it a lot to lug around. A monopod is very popular, but again, I don't. I just find it's more in my way. It's a good little setup. It's a more affordable setup. So when I'm shooting, I kind of try to like look at where the sun is and work with the natural light. I prefer shooting when the sun comes up or when it's going down. Sometimes you get like nicer colors in the sky, and when the weather is maybe not as perfect is even a better time to shoot, because you get like interesting clouds and it's not just like your usual shot, especially with landscapes. A lot of the time I will be sitting out on my kayak, and so I'll just kind of like float around, and the key is to be very patient and quiet and basically just let them almost come to you. I just hang out. But yeah, it's super relaxing, and it definitely helps the old mental health. I don't just spend time on my kayak. I will also just hang out in the forest. So like I'll go for some little hikes, and I'll bring my dogs and my camera, and just find a log to sit on, or a rock, or just like even hang out right in the field. And yeah, it's all good. I sell my prints in School Arts, so everything is like done pretty local. I take all of my photos, or at least most of my photos, on this lake actually. Yeah, so this lake has been a really great thing for me. Yeah, it's so beautiful here.